ball
What's
as
up,
these
bro?
Falcons get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. Just about time
Chilling,
to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past
I appreciate
the
it,
30.
man. Nah, I'm in Augusta. Yeah, I'm not a Falcon fan. I'm just trying a new team. Yeah. Shit, where you from, bro? Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I damn sure wouldn't play with the Colts. I hear you.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Nah. That's one thing about him, he'll run.
Jordan Hicks.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football,
what do your mama get back?
and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Steps away to his left. And some space here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Hey, I don't blame you. Matt Ryan had no business doing what he just did.
The decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy.
I knew that was an interception when I hit that button.
Perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand.
I pay for that shit though, and the motherfucker go the other way.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Nigel Bradham brings him down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry,
Trying
and
to
then
get
followed up
something.
by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Ryan. And finding the tight end.
So slow.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Ryan.
Oh,
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys
and I had another cat wide open.
4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Back onto the field comes Philly's offense. You know, Charles, the Eagles, they've kind of gone from having one of the most enviable quarterback positions in the league. So a couple question marks here because you got Carson Wentz still recovering from the knee injury. Nick Foles with a shoulder injury now.
And the thing that they've got going for them, even though it's a little bit unsettled right now, is that it's not as bad as maybe it appears. Carson Wentz has now been cleared for 11 on 11 work. They're hoping contact will come sooner rather than later. The injury to Nick Foles, believed to be serious at first, not so serious now. They think that he'll be ready for the opener. And Nate Sudfeld, their number 3 quarterback, after 2 weeks of the NFL preseason schedule, leads the league in passing. So maybe it's not quite as bad as maybe people thought.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around.
Seems like the defense gonna win this game right here.
While it's in the air, that's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now it's the Boise State alone, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Decisions. I would have punted that one too. I was seeing what you were going to do.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
So we actually finna have a game. Some cats, they don't care.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, Julio,
give him 12 yards on that one.
that's what he's supposed to do. I'm supposed to be able to throw that joker 10 feet high. That's why they need to pay that man quit tripping, man. Yeah.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this play will be blown
Man,
up.
Matt Ryan not even worth what he getting paid.
38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Ryan.
Oh.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Matt Ryan doing Matt Ryan.
This is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here's a Johnny. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Yeah, he did.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Get up!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
I'm going to punt it. Part of me wanted to go for that shit.
Back deep is Darren Sproles.
If I would have went for it, that would have been the drive that killed me.
Fielded at the 20. Sproles so quick and agile. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they.
Right now we battling for field goal range.
Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Oh, got it.
And that's caught inside 30. And he takes it down
45,
deep
you got
into
burnt.
Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime.
He got burnt.
44 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Into the red zone. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it. Right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. Wentz to throw on second down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Crazy. Yeah, man, it is.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime.
I'm happy to take it to halftime 0-0. I knew I was going to be down at least 3.
Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have done?
Oh, I take that back. I'm not cutting you, 45. You can stay, baby. He had to make up for getting burnt. Yeah. Yeah, he good with me now.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here.
Man, that little joker tough, bro.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I play people and they just do nothing but run that cat on me, man. I can't work that man like that.
Of a big second half.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Ryan.
Oh, bad.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Bryant's kick is good.
I'll take the 3.
And the Falcons are out to
That's a big 3 points in a game like this.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Man.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, man, you make me have to think, man. It's cool because every time I pick a play, it's like chess, man. It's like we own each other. I can tell by the lineup.
We'll see if they can do better.
By the formation.
They want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brandon Graham. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Just because it's 3-0. And I'm having confidence in my defense. I will go for it.
Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan.
Oh.
And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down.
Keeping the game interesting, too. You got to do that.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hell, it's like a punt. You down there what, I'm at 23? Fuck it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Thought he was going to make a break on that.
Bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Duke Riley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks.
I'm glad somebody stepped up. You were wearing my defense down a little bit.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's brought down after a good game. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Yeah, man. I knew it was going to happen to one of us.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
A little bit different.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate
and get this proverbial train back on track? Your game skills are a whole lot better from playing this one than going back and playing the old one.
How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 41 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw is Wentz.
Come on.
And his throw here is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Wentz to throw. It's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double
Try
reverse.
to kill Julio.
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
The first time I played with the Falcons, I usually use Jacksonville or the Rams.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And
incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Yeah, what I found in
Despite the lead here
2019, you got to have a running game.
Not content to
you don't have the running game with your squad, you can hang that shit up.
What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, Tom.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Good game, though. Make sure you send that request, bro.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final try now for Wentz.
I got both of them.
The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting